So we're all set for the climax of our 6 weeks here at Brands Hatch, the Supercar Final.
Right, and on the pole position then for this final, after 6 weeks of intense competition, Will Gollop sits there with the Saab. To his right, we see Tony Bardi, on the outside Dave Pritchard, but once again the men to watch down at the back end of the grid there, in the centre with the door open still at the moment, number 7, John Welch. Beside John Welch, we number 1, Trevor Hopkins, also the door open, and right at the very back, number 8, Demi Mavropoulos with the Audi Quattro, and number 15, Rob Gibson there with the Porsche. So it should be a really hotly contested 3.5 laps as they come under the starters' orders. Start line marshal points to the traffic lights up on the Lucas gantry. Any moment now they break cleanly, and indeed away everybody goes, all 10 cars, and a storming start once again for Demi Mavropoulos, and also going Johnny Welch. And as they go up into the first corner, it's Will Gollop, but look at John Welch coming round the outside of the pack. Will Gollop, the early leader, and Dave Pritchard, I think, spinning out there. But it's number 18, Will Gollop, for 26, Tony Bardi. Demi Mavropoulos disputing third place with John Welch as somebody sends the course-marking tyres flying, but all the rest of the pack coming safely through. Dave Pritchard having recovered, and it's still Will Gollop in car number 18, the Saab, heading Tony Bardi up to the Druids hairpin for the first time. John Welch leading the four-wheel drive brigade with Hopkins coming through on the inside, and Hopkins almost losing it there in fourth place. Trevor Hopkins, I think, spinning out. Trevor Hopkins losing the four-wheel drive escort as we see pictures from inside John Welch, but Johnny coming back there now in second place as he moves ahead of Tony Bardi. John Welch in second for Tony Bardi. Will Gollop still the leader as the rest of the field go along the Ridgeway. We saw a glance there of Trevor Hopkins, but Will Gollop in a bit of trouble. Will Gollop losing the lead, I think, any moment, but recovering in fine style to still head John Welch and Tony Bardi as they come down. We see the back end of the leading car. There's Will Gollop's Saab through the chicane. John Welch in hot pursuit. Tony Bardi still in third place as they come up the hill. Remember, it's the two-wheel drive Formula V car of Will Gollop leading from the Formula A car of Johnny Welch, then the leading Formula C car there in third place of number 26, Tony Bardi. But Gollop still the overall leader, and with the bit firmly between his teeth, Will Gollop heads them again for the second time up into the Druids hairpin. Will Gollop from John Welch, Tony Bardi, Demi Mavropoulos beginning to make his presence felt in fourth position. The black Audi Quattro, but it's still Will Gollop drifting wide as they go into Langley's gap, and Will Gollop in a bit of trouble there, and that's let John Welch get into very close company, and Johnny Welch, nearly taken the seating way as he went through, and Gollop going very, very wide, and in Tony Bardi coming up into second place, but our new leader now is number 7, John Welch. Welch leads them from Tony Bardi, then comes Will Gollop, Demi Mavropoulos, Barry Hathaway, but 4 cars now breaking clear, headed by John Welch. John Welch, former British champion, current Welsh champion, current BRDA champion, and of course the Grand Prix title holder, leads Tony Bardi. Will Gollop down into third place now. Then Demi Mavropoulos close behind. Demi Mavropoulos now looking for second place as they go up to the top of Paddock Turn. There we see a leader's view as he goes down into the S's at the bottom. Number 7, John Welch. Will Gollop back into second place in the Saab. Demi Mavropoulos chasing hard on 26, Tony Bardi, with Barry Hathaway getting in the act now with the Fiesta. So it's Saab in second place behind the Escort, then Mini, then Quattro, then Fiesta. A very international field of cars and drivers as they come through Langley's Gap with just over a lap to go, and it's John Welch. He's out to make it a double here at Brands Hatch, having taken the Grand Prix. Demi Mavropoulos in tremendous trouble there. Demi Mavropoulos in a lot of trouble as Will Gollop comes through in second place. Demi rejoining now down in 5th position. We saw a recovering Trevor Hopkins there, a quick glimpse of Trevor as the leaders away. We see a battle now here for 3rd position between the 2 Formula C cars of Hathaway, and now it's back with John Welch. Back with John Welch up through the chicane for the last time up to the top. There's his view as he comes over the top of the hill. John Welch then down into Tumbledown Hill. Will Gollop. John Welch coming down. Will Gollop still in second place. Number 7, John Welch from 18. Will Gollop still that tremendous battle going on for 3rd, but up front Will Gollop trying to contain the Escort, but surely the power and the traction of the John Welch car just too much for Whitstable Will to overcome. but he looks like taking the honours of the two-wheel drive brigade as they come down into Langley's Gap then for the very last time. Flame coming from the exhaust of the turbo, and it's going to be a classic double here for John Welch to follow up his Grand Prix victory, I believe, as the rest of the field come through. There we see the checkered flag being waved, and John Welch takes the title for Will Gollop. A fine third place there at the end for Barry Hathaway, but what a great drive for John Welch. Rob Gibson in the act, Barry Crump coming through, Dave Pritchard, but there is our new Shell champion, number 7, John Welch, coming through to take the honours.
Winner of Supercar, and indeed, of course, the champion of this whole tournament. John, well done. Did you think it was going to be maybe that the way it turned out?
No, I didn't. I fully expected to be racing with Dimmy and Trevor Hopkins, but Will and the Saab was going so quick that he was putting up a hell of a fight. But I've never seen a car driven 35 tenths, I think is about the correct expression. Really very quickly driven, and he's led a little bit of a charm life.
But once you were in front, in fact, there was no real problem for you?
No, it would be silly to say it is. You know, the car technically is very, very one of the most advanced in the world. The conditions are far more slippery than what they look, but when you've got a little yellow Mini behind you and you've got the Saab and that, you don't relax for 1 minute.
Well, John, well done once again. It's obviously been a great start to 1986 for you. Congratulations once again, and thanks once again for all the entertainment you've given us. So I'll leave you now in the safe hands of Mr. Dennis Keeping, the General Manager Sales of Shell Lubricants UK, with the winners garland and the trophy coming in. And well done to John Welch.
Lovely, very nice, isn't it?
Well, how about that for a bottle of champagne?